Okay, now the phone died and the laptop doesn't have much on it, so I gotta be quick here if I want to get this done. So it was about a year after I started reaching to Dave, going, what the fuck is going on here? That I found out the whole time that he'd been working to get his pet to work. Take your pet to work, take your dog to work a day or something like that. as as like basically a therapy dog, like as a help people feel good dog. Um, I don't know if it's a drug dog now, but that's, if you look on their website, that's all about Bell and how he saw it when he was on training, and he saw the effect that it could have on calming people in situations. But here I'm asking for calming. I'm screaming, I'm in crisis. Dave, help! I've never experienced anything like this with her before, and I already got all this other shit I'm dealing with a job and ending a craziest relationship I've ever had, short-term relationship. I was doing all kinds of shit going, crisis, 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 help! I don't need her on top of me, doing on top of all that stuff, bringing all the anger to me that she was bringing. Even though I kept telling her no. That's how Mister like gotta have a dog in it or park. Basically, he wanted to take a dog to work, and they wanted something to take into schools to lick trust back into the kids. Gotta keep backing the blue. Gotta keep trust. Don't do it via integrity and like being a good cop and all that kind of stuff at the core. It might on the surface, but I'm talking about at the core. So I gotta have a dog now. I mean, the whole thing is just a farce. I'm screaming that I need help. I need calming. I need compassion. I need compassion. I'm reaching out. All that stuff on your website, on your Facebook page about reaching out. You are loved. All blah, 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 fucking blah. That's all it is. Blah, blah, fucking blah, Kim. You know it. Because you were there, you know this stuff was happening to me. If you didn't, you're fucking blind, and that is a problem too. That's a problem too. If you were intentionally blind to this whole thing because Mike's fucked up thing kicking me to the curb too after we had the best relationship we've ever had, as brief as it was on the phone. That's the most we've ever talked in my whole life. He's yucking it up with me, and all of a sudden, because I didn't take his side of a 20-year-old supposed thing that happened, and I didn't know all the gambling stuff and the loss of the house and the attempted suicide. Like I didn't know. Well, I don't know if the suicide attempts had happened by then or not. I didn't know any of that stuff, and I'm still going. There's no way I'm taking a side on something that's this emotional, that's this old. Because every time you remember something, you change it. Every time you think of something, every time you remember it, every time you access a memory, you change it. So there's no way I was taking a side on that. And it didn't make any sense that he kicked me to the curb. Like, none of it made any sense. And he never goes to the house. Why did he have to have the house sanitized for everything? It was like this giant smoke screen. And the fact that he kicked me to the curb after we had the best time, the best relationship we had, as short as it was, real relationship, um, as little as it was, which is sad. That told me that he was lying. That told me that he was lying about at least some of it. In addition to all the other indications that Steve rightly brought up, like, this is not how victims act, blah, 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 blah. Steve's right with a lot of that stuff. I don't know what happened. Is Steve a dick? Yeah, he's a narcissist. If anything happened, it was because of power, because he had his little buddy, and he wanted to keep his little buddy under check. That's what happens. That happens with kids all the time. You wouldn't believe the shit I hear being a gay dude. You wouldn't hear and believe how much incest happens, forced and not forced. Gladly happens in a lot of the cases. Um, it's weird. Families are weird. Growing up is weird. But Mike really fucked Steve big time. But he fucked me too. He fucked me too. And about me, he was lying. I don't even remember the reason he kicked me to the curb too, other than I didn't take his side. But that fucking sucked. But compassion, huh, Kim? Compassion. Where's compassion there? When you guys thought I was mentally, because that's what Nancy was telling Carol, at least, because Carol told Steve and then tried to deny it. It was in writing. Steve sent it to me. Nancy's talking about me being mentally ill. She's putting it into she put it in that I was bipolar and not on my meds into the fucking complaint that Dave wrote for / with her to the courts. I was off the bipolar meds. It was clearly my provider, my PA, fully agreed that I'm not bipolar anymore. I don't see him. I saw him for like 6 months afterwards or whatever, a year afterwards, just because I said I would. Just to make sure that everything stayed on track. Yeah, I'm not bipolar, and all the things that are associated with those meds for me being wrongly diagnosed is gone. All the fucked upness, and the being in a fog, the slurring, the 2 different weeks of blackouts in a year, all that just disappeared when I stopped taking the meds. And Nancy puts it. Dave still talks about it. He talked about it in the recording I have of him sending a wellness check for me after he spent 16 hours ignoring me reaching to him, and then called on a wellness check. They didn't check